Welcome to AD Morgan Media and the world of Skimmer, deep sea mining and high technology. I'm going to do a series of talks over the next few months on the world of Skimmer and some of the background research that went into world building in this whole area of deep sea mining and high technology. Of course, being into the fourth novel in the series now, which is in production with my publisher Austin Macaulay, I thought it time to delve into some of the background that I've accumulated behind the world of Skimmer. And I wanted to start with what is a skimmer and where did the design come from in terms of background research. And I can go right back probably 5 years ago now. I sketched some prototypes and I'll explain how I came up with these in due course, but I had that was an early prototype of a subsurface mining skiff. You can't quite see the sketch here. I've got some better ones to show you shortly, and that would operate at about 100 meters below sea level. It had the characteristics of a submarine, but nowhere near the design features of what you would see in a traditional submarine, or even a nuclear-powered submarine for that matter. And then I looked at some various designs behind that, or modifications of that design. This one looks a little bit more like a traditional submarine, and it's had flattened or additional wings added to the sides of it. And of course, propulsion is not astern in this either. In fact, the propulsion system is revolutionary, and I'll talk about the background research behind where I came up with that concept too. Not only advanced submarine propulsion technology, but then there's also retrofitted high technology, which I won't go into too much detail at the moment because that's part of the plot in the series. But I will discuss some further designs on the subsurface mining skiff. This is probably more along the lines of where I was heading a few years ago, in a lot more detail. And it had trays for nodules, deep sea nodules down each side of the wing. It had a half pipe recess for mining drones to attach themselves to, docking clamps to charge and then send themselves off and down 4,000 meters to mine nodules. And again, the propulsion system at the back of the wings. Now the wings on this go from narrow and they fan out at the rear and hold the propulsion system. Probably the latest design a year or two ago that I looked at was a modification that a little bit more manta shaped and looking like this, still with the nodule trays on the sides and the recess for drones, and you can see the bridge at the top there and a deck below that, and the propulsion system to the rear again. Now of course there was a moon pool on these. I won't go into the moon pool, but I looked a lot up about the physics of moon pools and pressure at depth, of course. And the background behind how I came up with the designs, I did a lot of reading in the first few years of designing the skimmer and looking at building this world of deep sea mining and high technology. And for example, I came across the Royal Navy's radical Future Submarine Concepts, and in here they stated for the Royal Navy that a future submarine might look like a whale shark or a manta ray shaped mothership built from super strong alloys and acrylics with surfaces that can morph in shape with hybrid algae, electric cruising power and propulsion technologies, including tunnel drives similar to Dyson bladeless fans. And that got me thinking about the skimmer as a subsurface mining skiff, because of course you've got people like Lockheed Martin that were looking at future submarine designs too, in terms of propulsion technology. And this whole bladeless fan or Dyson fan design has come up in a number of different areas. In particular, I found that China was looking at revolutionary designs in terms of stealth mode submarines, and I found this article here on China's submarine development. China's new submarine engine is poised to revolutionize underwater warfare. Now they were also looking at, or they are, and they have looked at a bladeless design, which is like a rim drive. It's essentially a high pressure water jet that injects itself into the rim of the bladeless Dyson fan, and then spins the water around. Now in there's still a fan in there, or a prop in there that's spinning, but there's no drive. Okay, it's all fiber optics and electrical, so that's driving this high pressure jet that's spinning these blades. So it's not bladeless, but it's spun like that with an electric propulsion system rather than a drive shaft. So I incorporated those design features into this subsurface skimmer as a future submarine design, but designed for the mining and the deep sea mining industry, and quite a revolutionary shape too. And because it's not a deep diving one, so we're not talking about going down 100 meters, thus it's called a subsurface mining skiff or skimmer, because it's essentially gliding at 100 meters depth and then stopping in position, deploying a communication streamer and sending its drones down to pick up nodules. And there's a whole reason behind that to do with high technology and the fact that the skimmer was designed to retrofit an overdrive system consisting of acquired high technology, which I won't go into detail at this stage. I did also look at moon pool design. So I looked at what stops water from a moon pool from filling the inside of a submarine. So I was looking at a lot of pressure chambers and moon pools and how they operate at depth as well. And that's what led me to designing or coming up with the design of a subsurface mining skiff. Now, of course, from these original concept designs, I've kind of modified the design yet again, because they're about 50 meters long or so and sort of 30 meters wide, because they include the wings where the nodule trays are kept for polymetallic nodules brought up from 4,000 meters below sea level. So that's the design of the skimmer. If you have any questions, you can get on my website, AD Morgan Media, either on Instagram or Facebook, where I post a lot of the stuff, and join the conversation. And I'll leave it at that for now. Talk soon.